Florida State in the Rose Bowl. We beat Arizona in the Pac-12 championship. We played Ohio State in the national championship. We lost to them, but you still get a ring for that.
Oh, really? I didn't
made
know
the
that.
national championship. Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in Dallas.
Okay.
In the Cowboy Stadium.
Did you almost shit your pants when you went on the field for the first time?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I redshirted my freshman year, but like that big ass jumbotron.
Shit, I can imagine.
That shit was wild.
But
Crazy
I mean, what really is so different about that than playing in like Oregon's stadium? Like,
so like,
I mean,
our
that's a big
stadium is like so that's one of the biggest things I tell people on the West Coast too, is like football out there is, I mean, everybody love football, like, right? That's like America's game. But in the South, I try to tell people, like, this shit is a religion down here. Like, motherfuckers really, like, get death threats.
Like you see with the Saints.
Exactly. Like,
it was still not over.
Like, motherfuckers is really, like, they love football a lot down here.
Right.
Out there is so many other different, you know what I'm saying? Basketball, football, baseball. Like, there's so much other shit out there that is, like, football is loved out there, but not even close to how it is out here. So like out there, our stadium is like, it holds like 60,000 people. LSU shit hold 100,000.
Yeah.
Jerry World only holds 70, but it's straight seats.
Like,
and it's everything. Got cars and shit like leveled up in there. Like it's crazy. Plus it's a national championship, so you got all the big ass alumni that's there. You got all the superstars that have some ties to either Oregon or some ties to Ohio State.
Fuck around, see LeBron on the sideline.
LeBron was actually he was on his sideline before the game, but he went up into the press box. Yeah. And then like Mike Epps was walking on our sideline, like crazy shit. I'm like, bro, this shit's crazy.
That's crazy.
So it's like just the magnitude of the game is like insane.
It's just crazy. I couldn't imagine.
So
I would have been nervous.
I gotta ask. So being from here, playing ball, was LSU ever a goal or an option for you?
See, for me, it was like I heard about LSU, so I didn't even like it.
Really?
Like, it was one of them things where it was like I heard about it so much, and then my mom hated it. My dad didn't really care. He was like, you go wherever you want. Yeah. My dad wanted me to go to Bama, but like my mom hated it because she would always see like players at LSU get arrested. The George Jefferson shit, the Jeremy Hill shit. So she's like, they ain't even taking care of their players up there. So she's like, nah, I don't want you going up there.
I think it's racist.
Yeah, exactly.
I never said it on here. I think it's a racist.
Yeah, so my mom was actually like, no. And then I never really entertained LSU.
Yeah, you didn't like grow up.
It was kind of became a mutual thing. So it was just like I just never really.
I'm gonna chime in. I'm gonna do a quick 3-minute because I gotta clarify myself before Hope, my cousin Hope, kills me. But
shout out to Hope.
I went to a LSU game. Cousin went to Tulane. I was about 10, and I seen his sister, my other cousin. My cousin was a wide receiver. Somebody threw an interception. It's Tulane, by the way.
Yeah.
We know we're going to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Right. We're coming in this knowing we're going to get fucked up. Everybody's screaming tiger bait in my face. Like old white people screaming tiger bait in my face. I'm like, Dad, where are we?
Right.
Can we go
like,
home?
what's going on?
This is weird.
You're traumatized.
And we go to the game. We're in there. And my cousin, Nick, they threw an interception. He got a tackle, like laid the cornerback out when he got the interception. So my cousin gets up and cheers. Beer thrown in her face, called nigger. And I'm at this game.
Right.
And I'm supposed to like the school because it's, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the 10 years old, this is what I seen. I would never unsee that.
Yeah, right.
But people tell me I'm supposed to like the home team.
Yeah. See, I get hate all the time because I don't like LSU. I don't like
that school.
The Saints.
Like,
so it's like motherfuckers all the time. Like, how you from? Saints, they be like, how you from New Orleans and you don't like LSU the Saints? No. I used to like the Saints, but fucking Aaron Brooks, he fucked that up a long time ago.
Not now though.
But this is the thing though.
Nobody should get judged.
He was playing with G Knight, son.
That's my biggest problem. The nigga was in G Knight throwing intercepts and he would like smile, bro. Remember he always had that. He would fuck up and he would like walk off the field with that stupid ass smile. I'm like, bro, you just threw an intercept in crunch time and you smiling.
Like, I'm still getting paid.
To the point that Madden even had his face on Madden he was actually like smiling, bro. Swear to God.
They
Like,
animated his face smiling.
So I was like, yeah, I can't fuck
Who
with
gave that motherfucker a job?
I don't know.
I can't fuck with that. So I never
leave young Aaron alone.
after that
man,
I never been a Saints fan, bro.
So, you got something else? I was gonna ask the conversation of being a student athlete in college.
Mm-hmm.
How tough is that really to juggle the academic side of it and the athletic side of it? Because you hear horror stories about how
it's tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie, cause like before, like the toughest transition is like when you first get there, cause you used to like high school. You go to school, like shit's not as really
shit's a breeze,
right? But when you get to college, that's just like it's like an actual job. Like motherfuckers is really getting paid to make sure that you make these kind of grades. That you at this point we supposed to be. You got motherfuckers who really like their livelihood is based upon your production and your GPA. But nobody in college, like one of the things is like in college is the professors don't get paid for based on how you do. They get paid on just being there, basically. Yeah, half of the motherfuckers don't even teach. They get up there and they fucking put. That's why my biggest thing was I was like, bro, I'm not going to class if the professor gonna put the lectures on motherfucking Canvas. Yeah, and she's not even grading it. She got a GT. Like the shit's hard just based up on your time because football they only get so much time with you throughout the week, right? That they really don't give like, yeah, I want you to get a 3.0 or whatever, but nigga. I ain't getting fired if you don't get a 3.0. I will get fired if you fucking lose the Bama the whole time, though. So it's like that shit trying to balance in between those, and it's like I'm fucking tired.
So give me a quick rundown of your daily schedule.
So my daily schedule, which is kind of everybody kind of went to this, but Oregon used to be the first people that did it. Was we would actually practice in the mornings. So we would practice like wake up at let's say I wake up at 6. I gotta get to practice. I gotta be at the facility by 6:20. Have breakfast check. Then from that point, we may have weights depending on the day for an hour. 20 minutes to get ready. If not weights, then you gotta get dressed because you got meetings, and then you got practice. Practice may start at 8 o'clock. From 8 to like 11, you got practice. All my classes started noon and after. So from 11, I might have from 11:20 to 12 to get to my first class. You got class checkers. You better not be late either. Once you get to class, so from 12 to whenever I had class, but we got meetings at 5. So they try to put your schedule based around. So they don't give a damn if you got a class that you need for your degree at 5. Right. If that class is only scheduled for a certain time, then you can't take it this term during season. You got to take it in the spring. And you may have class, like some people had night classes after meetings. So you have class from 12, take a break, go to meetings, and then you may have a class right after meetings from 6 to 7. And then you got to wait right back up again the next day.
I see this was every day?
That's every day or weekends off, Sunday off?
Weekends was, so like so my first few years we would have, obviously you got the games on Saturdays, but you would have Sundays off and then practice on Mondays. But then the last 2 years they switched it from Sundays off to we practice right after the game, but it's like a walkthrough / whatever, and then you have Monday completely off and then Tuesday, Wednesday. So I liked that schedule a little bit better, but at the end of the day, point blank, this shit's a hassle because like I was done after the season, but I still had like one, because the West Coast schools go off terms, we don't go semesters, so you got winter, you got fall, winter, spring, and then summer, but summer isn't mandatory, but you got at least 3 terms throughout the year. So it's like trimesters basically. So I was done football after fall, but I still had one more like 10-week term to get my degree. Right. I had the highest GPA this past term that I've had since I've been in college because I had no obligations. It was strictly school. Right. And this was my hardest term versus class wise, because all my classes was 400, 500 level classes, but I had no practice, I had no meetings, so I was able to like focus strictly a student on, you know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day, that shit's hard, bro. Like it's definitely hard. So I see how a lot of people like flunk out of classes or do the bare minimum, right? Because like it kind of puts you in a situation where you like, I gotta go to class, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you 18, 19 years old, so niggas is not fully mature yet. You know what I'm saying? Especially mentally, you still trying to enjoy being a college student,
right? And then you that nigga on campus,
practice and football and school. Right. So you end up you put yourself in a predicament like, bro, fuck it, I gotta focus on. If I want to go to the NFL, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta focus on getting
right. And then I'm sure you got some people that is just strictly in college to get to the league.
Exactly.
So
you got some of them motherfuckers. Like I had a homie who like this nigga was just, bro, I've never seen nobody like he wouldn't practice. I mean, he wouldn't go to like summer workouts, hated school, nothing, strictly league. But when it came time to play, bro, he was ready. You would think this nigga was at every practice. He was at every like. That shit's crazy. You really see some like weird, some wild shit in college.
So, what words of advice would you give for one of these younger guys that just went through the recruitment process, or that just picked their school and I was kind of in that transition of about to go from high school to college? If they asked you, what can I expect? You got any words for someone that's maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I would just be like, man, just like go in knowing what you're trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like minus the football aspect.
Okay.
Cause that shit's gonna only like so much crazy shit can happen in college. Like you can get injured. The injuries pile on to a point to where like, yeah, you good enough to go to the league, but your body's so beat up that you're not gonna make it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or coaches, you could be good in college. You literally have coaches who can control your future.
Yeah, here is real political.
It's very political. It's a good and a bad thing because it's like. And for example, like at LSU, Sean go to LSU, or one of y'all go to LSU, it's like y'all 5-star in the state. Of course I'm gonna play you because you come from this, like, you know what I'm saying? We got Boosters alumni who've been watching this kid who from the state, who's been watching him since he was a freshman.
Right.
Been waiting for him to choose to come to LSU since he was a freshman. He's a 5-star.
Right.
So now he get here and you think I'm gonna be the motherfucker to tell them he not good enough to play.
Right.
Nah, we're gonna play him. Fuck it, we're gonna play him. And whatever happens, happens.
Right.
You may have a nigga that's a 3-star.
2 or 3 people on the bench, way better than him.
That's way better than him.
Practice killing him.
But it's like nobody. You don't got the motherfucking donor upstairs in the press box asking why Sean's not on the field if he's a 3-star and I don't know about Sean.
I've heard somebody say that before. Some people say.
But if we got this 5-star name, whatever, and I've been watching him since he was a freshman in high school. I've been waiting for this nigga to get to LSU since 2010. Nigga, it's 2015. Put this nigga on the field. Like he got to be good. You know what I'm saying? So
some people
that's
say,
like the biggest.
They say sometimes the best players be on the sideline.
So that would be my advice. Is just like know what you want, minus the football, like the academic side of it. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get that part, everything else gonna fall in order. Like you can always transfer. You know what I'm saying? But if you fuck up, I done seen dudes go in with like football mindset, injuries happen or the political shit happen, and they go to transfer. They good enough to play anywhere, but they can't because they grade so
can't get into the school.
Grade so messed up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? A school like Clemson might be looking at you like, yeah, I mean, you may be good enough, but you not playing there, so you know what I'm saying? It's either, and then obviously when coaches in position, it's gonna always be in favor of other coaches as well. So they like, we know you're not.
If they got a relationship.
Exactly. So it's like kind of word of mouth, and it's like all the coach got to say is, not a team player. Look at his grades. You don't want to go to school. Showing up late to meets is like, nah, we can't have you. So now you're in a position you playing at fucking Southeastern, which is nothing wrong with Southeastern. You know what I'm saying? But you playing at Southeastern when you really got LSU talent, but because of the situation you put yourself in, based on shit you can control, which is the school part. That hindered, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other situations for you. So that would be my biggest part, is just to know what you want outside of football.
They go to Jules from someone that's done it.
And how I was gonna ask about like this, they got the whole debate with NCAA should pay their players, anybody that's involved. How do you feel about that?
Niggas got to get paid, bro. You got
Even if it's just a little something like.
Cause like for us at Oregon, we was getting paid like $14, $15 every month, beginning of the month, right? Which is cool.
1,400?
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't know it was like
Which
that.
is cool, but when you think about it, like when you do the math and the amount of hours you put in, that shit is nothing. And then when you also look at like every year they release how much each football program made.
And you see they making billions.
You see these niggas making 130 mil, like 80 mil, 90 mil. You like, bro, there's no way you can't tell me you can't add 1,000 to each
Right.
check on the team.
Give me
true.
Right.
If you add 1,000, like I'm not saying niggas got to be walking around getting paid $100K a year.
Right.
But if
Just
you
a little
add,
something.
if like 2,000 per check with the situation we in, because they paying for food and shit like that. But like with 2,000, bro, you're not as a college player, you're not
Nobody
gonna
gonna complain about that. Yeah,
Exactly.
just like, hey, it's free
For real.
2,000.
But they think is they
every
want to
month.
say free tuition. But that's like saying, yeah, I'm supposed to pay you $8,500, but I'm gonna pay for your expenses to go here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you should be happy because that's only $36,000 a year. But nigga, so what the rest of my other $80,000 you supposed to be paying for me? You $50,000 short. So
Right.
what the rest of my money? But you know what I'm saying? So
They think like, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like they think just the education is an equal trade off.
And it's
really
not.
it's not. Like,
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not, especially in today's world where like it's sad, but a lot of people not sad. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's like saturating the market because a lot of people is getting college degrees now. At first, it used to be motherfuckers wasn't even getting high school diplomas. If you had a high school diploma, that kind of set you apart from other people. Let alone a college degree, that really made you superior in the job world to other people. But now you got so many people graduating.
A lot of people got degrees.
Exactly, which is great.
Use, right.
That more people getting degrees, but it's saturating the market to where now it's like,
if you're not a doctor, it don't matter.
And even when you get a doctor, you got jobs telling people you overqualified.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that is true.
Would you rather take somebody with a bachelor's because we can start
Pay
out
them
paying
less,
them this,
yeah.
than take a doctor because a doctor you certified to get start at this salary.
Right.
So like, I would definitely say college players got to get paid, bro.
I'm even gonna backtrack a little bit. I personally feel like the player shouldn't get punished. Like Reggie Bush should have never got his Heisman taken away.
Never
Never in a million fucking years should that have happened.
You know what's
Yeah, that's
crazy
crazy.
about that shit is like being in college, bro, and like not to, because I mean I still got homies who in college, so not to, you know what I'm saying, like dent their situation, anything like that. But so much like shit happened in college that's not supposed to happen, and coaches and shit know about it. That
Hell yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up. I mean, I understand it when the shit just seems, it's like I had no idea about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like in college, bro, you got coaches literally making like 14 mil. Like Nick Saban got a crazy contract. Dabo Swinney just signed it. Like you got coaches making crazy amount, and the crazy thing is about college is like it's not a prison system because like Oregon, like that's like probably one of the best situations.
Yeah, you got all
Somebody
the
could go into.
exclusive Jordans and shit.
Yeah, like that's like one of the best situations. Like I would, and not just because I graduated from there, but if I would tell like any recruit, Oregon is like one of the best situations to go into versus alumni, how they take care of you when you're done, like the coaches, how much they care for you, shit like that. But like still, all in all, it's like it's almost like a prison system, bro. Because it's like when you were doing workouts and shit in the summer, like for instance, for me, I'm from New Orleans, so I'm way out there. Coaches get mad when players like, man, I gotta go home. Like, I know we got workouts and shit, but I need to go see my family. I'm homesick or whatever. I haven't seen my mom since June. Nigga, it's fucking March.
Right.
They get mad, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you going home to your wife and kids every
day.
night. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? In
right,
the
for
summertime,
real.
while we gotta be up here doing workouts and shit, you and your family is on vacations and shit. Like middle of the year, as soon as football season done, the coaches is gone. They
Right,
might
they out.
go recruit for like a month, but after that, they out, bro. They gone out with
Chilling.
their family, Disney World and shit. And you follow your coaches on social media, you seeing this shit like this nigga in Disney World with his family. And nigga, I got school in the morning, and you
For
know
real.
what I'm saying? My mama's birthday was just yesterday, and I couldn't even
Right.
be there to tell my mom happy birthday.
And on top of that, my fucking back hurt.
Exactly. On top of that. But like I said, I mean, I don't know how all the other schools do it, but like Oregon, I know they take care of us as far as like dental, shit like that, like doctor's appointments, medicine. Like I never had to come out of pocket for none of that.
Yeah.
Like none of that. And
Damn.
so, I mean, they take care of you, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I'm getting taken care of, but nigga, you still 30 racks short. If we gonna go off, like if you going off
Do
of
the
like
math.
labor and shit and do the math, like motherfuckers is making below minimum wages,
That's
and they
crazy.
claim you can't spend more than 8 hours at the facility or something like that. I forgot the exact numbers, but when you do the numbers, motherfuckers is there for like 40, 50 hours. So like legally, like constitution wise, it's not even legal to put in the hours we put in and receive the pay we receive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they like to hide behind this free tuition bullshit, but that shit flawed, man.
I mean, education is important, but I don't feel like it's worth $50,000
Short.
cut
No.
cut somebody short
No.
that much.
Right.
Especially not when I'm making all this money for you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like I'm making all this money for you. Like motherfuckers is not tuning in to watch Duke because of the name Duke. They tuning in to watch fucking Zion.
Right.
Like CBS, I think they pulled the shit, but for the Duke first game, they had a camera that was focused strictly on Zion.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like that shit's insane.
Yeah,
the motherfuckers
crazy.
is not. Zion can get out there and play in a t-shirt with no name attached to it, and motherfuckers is gonna watch.
Don't matter.
He can go
Still
pick.
pass him the ball.
Exactly. Zion gonna go pick 4 motherfuckers from Home Depot and tell them niggas let's go into this NCAA tournament.
Even though his college career is over as of today.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he can go pick 4 motherfuckers from Home Depot and tell them niggas we gonna enter the NCAA tournament, and they'll probably have the most watched game.
Right.
And the 4 of the motherfuckers not even supposed to be on the court, but because Zion is out there, people gonna watch it.
Obama went to the game.
Exactly. Obama was sitting front seat at this match. They was selling. They sold the Duke North Carolina game was like 1,600, some crazy. I had a homie who went to the North Carolina Duke game, the second one they played, and he paid a grip for that ticket, and he flew to go see that motherfucker. But it's like motherfuckers is not seeing. You know what I mean? Obviously, Duke and North Carolina hit like historical programs. Like, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's the motherfuckers in the jerseys that's making it. It's not the name on the jersey.
This is the most hype I feel like Duke and North Carolina had in a
North Carolina always. Duke and North Carolina, they always had that smoke.
Matchup.
Yeah. That matchup was big, though. It was really big because, like, I feel like the first game added fuel to it because everybody wanted to see, obviously, like, them two always play good games. Yeah. But when Zion got hurt and Duke damn near ran them niggas off. I mean, Carolina damn near ran them off the floor. It was like, would it have been different with Zion? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they lost by 5 points. These niggas got blown out. So maybe it wouldn't have been different. You know what I'm saying? And then he didn't play the second one either, and it was close. So that shit just made it bigger, I feel like. But that shit, that NCAA shit is flawed, man. I'm happy to be done with it, honestly. I was telling one of my homies, I was like, bro, when you're in the midst of it, you know it's flawed, but like the minute you done with it, you look back on it and you be like, bro, that shit was really like I had one of my homies, the coaches told him like basically had a discrepancy about him flying back home or something like that. And he was like, from now on, I'm gonna make it a rule, y'all gotta be back 72 hours before a mandatory meeting. I was like, bro, I know I've only been done with this shit for a few days, but I wish a motherfucker would tell me now. You got to be back 72 hours before something. Right. Like, nigga, what? I come back as long as I'm there for the meeting.
I walk back in.
But it's like exactly in college, you can't say much because they control it. They control your playing time. You really not getting paid. So you know what I'm saying. Your end goal is the NFL, but if motherfuckers don't play you ain't getting there. So you can't just piss on a nigga foot like fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. Because at the end of the day, he control your destiny. True. The NFL is different. That's why a lot of college coaches don't make it in the NFL because the players getting paid more than the coaches. So it's like, bro, do what? Nigga, shut up. my direct deposit still hitting Monday. Whether you play me or not, I'm still getting paid. So nigga, shut up. Which is why coaches like Nick Saban, motherfuckers, Bobby Paterno, they go to the league and they can't make it. So you can't control motherfuckers in the NFL, man.
There's only one.
Pete Carroll. But Pete Carroll ran SC like if you go back and you watch the documentary and shit and you talk to people who play for SC, like one of my homies, his big brother played. Cool. He say Pete Carroll ran his shit like the NFL. He would tell players like, look, you come back, big players that's supposed to lead a junior year, like, listen, you come back for your senior year, you don't gotta do no spring ball, you don't gotta do fall camp, you don't gotta practice really during the week, you just ball on game days. Shit they do in the league. You know what I'm saying? Them ready. Exactly. Yeah. And Pete Carroll know niggas out there, they was taking money and shit. He didn't give a fuck. Listen, you just do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do.
Obviously.
Right. Exactly.
Obviously
he's in LA, I mean shit.
And Pete Carroll had that. He had that NFL experience before he went back to SC too. So it was like, you know, that was the cool part. But yeah, it's not college coaches don't make it in the league, bro. It's rare they make it.
So before we get out of here, we just dropped the hour and 10 minutes of Jules. I want to ask you, switch conversation to music. What you was listening to on them game days to get you in the zone to go out there and knock a fucking head off?
I listen. I mean, that's a good question. I don't know, I'm weird. I like up tempo music for game shit, but sometimes I like low key chill music.
You know, I heard someone say, I forgot who, somebody famous was saying this, like something about listening to like real smooth music. Like a lot of people, like bodybuilders and shit, when they working out, they're not listening to turn up raw DMX type shit. They'll listen to something
like,
real smooth.
I might listen to Sade.
There's a study behind that.
Like, I feel like that kind of music just gets you in like a mindset where like you leveled out,
relax.
You relax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the worst thing you want to do in sports is play off emotion.
Put that
shit gonna run
right.
out.
Put on
that shit gonna be good for a few seconds. Like before play, they start playing some Waka or something in the stadium, and you like, damn, yeah.
Slow down.
But after a while, like you play off emotion, that shit gonna run out quick, and then you gas at that point.
Right.
You straight gas. I'll listen to like Shorty. I mean, I'll listen to like I'll listen to Wayne, Travis Scott, Uzi, shit like that. But I'll listen to a lot of slow shit. Yeah, like a lot of Sade.
Shit.
Ida Baker, like
I'm
some super slow shit that you probably be like, nigga, why you listen to this shit?
Nigga out here singing Sweetest Taboo, this head about to knock your fucking head off.
I'll listen to some
but nigga knocked me off and he's singing Sweetest Taboo, so I'm getting no swinging, so I'm sorry. How played you feel?
That's how I felt. Y'all seen the track and field LSU shit?
Hey, they bucking.
That shit had me hot,
They bucking.
LSU, like, bro. I'm telling you, them niggas
in my face.
They say
levels,
I got like two of like my best female friends run track. So like they would always talking about tracks, but I'm like, bro, I don't know none of this shit y'all talking about. Like the times and shit, they naming times. I'm like, I don't know nothing about none of that shit. But they told me like, I guess Houston has like a good track program or something, and they had beat LSU the previous year or something like that. They was talking a bunch of shit. Oh. So I'm guessing LSU probably had it on their mind.
Had it on
that
their
whole
mind.
bus ride. Like,
the dude that on that video, he hawked like pretty much everybody on that video.
Did you see the girl though? So
I didn't see
the girl who threw the L like
that. She was
they kept showing that, like they showed the ending result, but her video is better than the dude video.
She hawked him.
She walked the girl down by like 30 meters, bro.
Yeah,
like
that
she got
crazy.
I think either she dropped the baton or she like had trouble getting it, which is why I guess she was probably going so crazy at the end. Because she walked Shorty down and she had trouble like
it was turned up.
Yeah,
dude screaming in your face. Dude screaming in your face after he like shakes you or something on the field. You gonna sneak him? Like that, like the LSU guy.
Catch him next play.
Nah, you can't do it. You can't. It's a part. It's a part of it. Like me, I don't even talk. I don't really be talking on the field.
It's a respect.
And like my cousins, I got cousins who's like young and shit. Like not, I mean, but you know they like 30, so they with the ignorant shit. They want me to like smack niggas, stand over them. Me, I'm just like, I do what I gotta do. I walk off. But in that situation, like that's the cool thing about football. Football is like one of the few sports where like if somebody do you something that you don't necessarily agree with or you don't like, you can address that real quick. Next play or that game, next time y'all play him.
Slipping. Like
track, what you gonna do? The nigga he just showed he faster than you. Right. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Try to wrestle him?
I would have had to fight him, son. I would have had to sneak him, son. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
would have screamed in my face like he screamed in my face.
Right.
I would have had to sneak him.
When a nigga, it's like one of them things like
I would have had to scream.
Track one of them things like when you talk shit and a nigga like beat you one time, you're like, all right, fuck it, run it back. And then he beat you again. It's like, what you gonna say? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
Like,
we gotta fight. That's what I'm saying.
That's the only option.
But
if you listen to audio, the people like a lot of people like this shouldn't be in track.
Yeah, that's what I heard people talking about.
Like,
man, it is.
It's competitive. But I could tell LSU that whole ride.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they was bucking.
I could tell that whole ride that they had it on their mind. Like, listen, we finna go walk these niggas down.
That's the only thing I said about it. It looked like somebody on Houston erupted that. That's because he looked really mad.
From what they said that Houston, I'm not sure how true it is, but Houston has a good track program. It was Texas Relays, which is one of the biggest, like Texas Relays is like one of the biggest races that you can have for track because it's like high school. It's the high school version. They got the college version. So the shit is like everybody that's important is there,
right?
For in the track world. So they was like, that shit was, I don't know. A nigga yelling in your face, that is kind of disrespectful, but I just don't. Yeah. I just feel like after that, what you gonna do? Like, you gonna go check the nigga, you know what I'm saying? You gonna put your hands on him in front camera right there. Like, what's
your career for anything?
Exactly. Like, then track is all like, that shit is, their career
that's
is
not
all
like
individual
football
based.
And basketball.
Exactly.
So it's like hard.
Track is all individual, but like, I didn't even know that, but like, with my two female friends who like run track, like track is based off, your contracts is based off like, not just how fast you run, but how much they feel like they can sell you. Like to the public, you know what I'm saying? So like how marketable you is. So like you may be faster than Sean, but if they feel like you not as marketable as Sean, like sad as it sound, like motherfucker be ugly as fuck. They feel like you're not as marketable as this.
You
they ain't like your contract is not gonna be as big as this nigga. You might be a better athlete than him, but you're not as marketable.
Better looking than
exactly.
Than too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand.
What? I'm just. That shit's crazy.
Fast.
Tony Shark. Tony's fucking Shark. All right, man.
All
But look,
I was trying to say is he would have had to get shoved.
I would have probably mushed him.
You know, like whoa, like you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Because he definitely went in the face. Like he went in the nigga face and like started clapping, beating on the chest.
He was turned. It was emotional.
But then again, you gotta think there is a few niggas from Louisiana, so that might have been right up Buddy Alley. The last thing you want to do is get smoked, walk down, then you get your ass beat.
Right.
At that point,
True that.
your season over.
Right. Down with hit him.
At that point, your season over with. Like
all the way.
You took 2 L's, and then it's social media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's social media too. So
that Twitter gonna be bad.
That's gonna be bad. Like it's already as bad. Motherfuckers is on you.
Man.
Like I had a viral moment against. We played against UCLA. Motherfucker tried to jump over me. He couldn't clear me. He damn it walked on my helmet. I like shrugged the nigga off, and he fell. And that shit. Like by the time I got to my locker, I had like literally like 120 text messages.
Damn,
like, bro, what happened? I'm like, bro, if y'all show me this shit one more time. I had niggas like, give me this shit like this. You like, nigga, you notice me. Like, you notice. I'm the only 21 L. You notice me, nigga. But the same motherfuckers act like 2 months later, niggas ask for a hoodie or something. Like, nah, nigga. Remember that little video you sent me? I remember that shit, nigga. I ain't sending you shit, nigga. I remember that.
So who are some of your favorite players for your position? Because you played safety for Oregon.
Yeah. So I like Sean Taylor.
That's right. I figured.
Sean Taylor, Avery, probably like my 2 favorites. Tyrann Mathieu, of course. Tyrann Mathieu is straight game changer, bro. Like Tyrann Mathieu, I'll probably say I like Sean Taylor the most. But then once Tyrann burst on the scene, like at LSU, that was like hands down, it was Tyrann. It wasn't even close because he was doing shit that niggas never seen before. Like you was able to see, like you knew for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Tyrann was gonna give you a takeaway a game.
For real,
that shit's unheard of on D.
Game changer for real.
And me playing like college sports, I like respect it even more so now, cause I know how hard it is to get a turnover. And this nigga was getting them
out there
by the game. Like literally, you could depend. Like we know Tyrann gonna get us the ball back at least one time this game.
That's crazy. Well, he just got that fucking money, so hey, it's worth it. But look, on that note, I think we good to the wrap.
For real. This was very.
Before we go, we gotta get back into music. Give me a quick top 5. Your
Rappers?
top 5, yeah.
Man, so.
Don't gotta be rappers, just top 5 or whatever you fucking with. Cause my son threw Sade out there. I ain't expect that.
I'll say Trav. I fuck with Trav hard.
How did you meet him? I see when you took the pic.
It was just like I actually met him when I was in LA once. I was shopping in Fairfax, and it's a store. I forgot the name of the store. It's they sell like used clothes and shit. They sell shoes. I forgot the name of it.
They do the YouTube shit too.
Yeah, they right across the street from the car. Round 2. It's round 2.
Yeah.
So I met him, and then I had on some.
I went in there.
I had on some Oregon 5s, and he like was talking about the art, like how 5s and 4s is like his favorite shoes and shit. So like we kind of talked, and then he was like, "Yeah, I prefer." He's like, Portland is actually like one of my favorite cities. He told me he got the shit tatted on his hand, and he gave me his manager number. He was like, if I ever do a show out there, like you welcome to come. So when I went out to one of his shows, I hooked up and I gave him like a pair of Oregon 5s.
Oh, he got the O on it?
Nah, he got the like.
Say that on.
He got the nah, that's legal though. You can do that.
Oh.
So he got like
nah, yeah,
it's,
still
it's
not
a
under
circle,
no more.
and it got like a he got like the big ass. So Oregon known for like these big ass trees. And he got like the trees and shit. And he got Portland, Oregon going around the O.
Damn, what's the trees they got there? Is it the red one? It's not red.
It's like this tree that Stanford uses.
Yeah.
But it's
shout out Terry.
Yeah, it's a tree that Stanford uses. But it's like a bunch of those out there. So you had that
Christmas style tree.
Yeah,
I always wanted to go to Oregon.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
nice.
a Christmas style tree. But my top 5 would be Travis,
it's lit.
Drake.
He gotta send you the ones. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah. I'm working on it, bro. I'm trying to get
or the
ones.
purple Cactus
The ones
Jacks.
releasing. Like, when I went to the Astro World tour, and I was like, bro, I gotta get the family edition, the purple 4s.
That what?
He was like, he was like, bro, it's not as easy because I think they only made like 30 pair.
Yeah,
he
like
was
it's on the
I sent
Friends
a
and Family
few. I sent a few out, and then he was like, he had to travel when he had to wait till he got back up to Portland to get him to like make another pair so he can get a Don Toliver like on his new artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll say Travis, Drake, Uzi, Sade is definitely in there.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what 4.
Shit, hell yeah.
And shit, Probably like I listen to a lot of Cardi now.
Straight
But I just
up.
started listening
Playboy
to Cardi.
or-
Yeah, Playboy.
Yes.
Hell no,
I
not
know you
Cardi
was
B.
too. That's why I said straight up. Fuck
One of
it,
my
we
favorite
diverse.
shit about Cardi though, cause like I'm not new to Cardi, but I'm not like a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like so I don't know all
You
of
don't
his
really
shit.
listen to it for the
not
lyrics.
true,
You just for the vibe, like.
But it's kind of like
My
him and
stomach hurt.
Thug is kind of in there too. But Cardi, my favorite thing to do is Cardi is go on SoundCloud and just type shit in and just listen to
And
a
just
bunch
see
of.
what-
It's
old
so
shit.
much unheard shit and just unfinished songs that's like hella dope. So
What?
yeah,
Slappers.
What?
like
What?
Cardi
a
slap.
whole lot of red.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
The whole lot of
What you
red. The
talking
R.I.P.
about?
Fredo.
Lord.
Just like a bunch of shit. Like I literally do that shit all the time. I just go to
I
SoundCloud.
do that sometimes.
Sean-
Just listen
Sean
to
to do that, he
straight
lying.
unheard.
You seen Maserati?
Shut your ass up.
I got a LA hat on. I don't
Here
even know
you
what
go.
the Dodgers record
Here you go.
is.
You from LA?
Son, it just hit me again. Nipsey Hussle died, son.
Yeah, let's before
No, we're not gonna get it. We had
We
an hour.
already an hour and
Goodbye.
a half.
I don't know those signs.
send our
That shit-
goodbyes to Nipsey Hussle.
That shit-
Nipsey Hussle.
Crazy.
That shit crazy.
It's
son.
crazy.
I fucking appreciate everything you gave us, bro.
Facts.
I love
Word.
your style. I love your Runaway freestyle. It's probably my favorite song by you.
Oh, that
Nipsey
shit
Hussle.
was great. The Runaway freestyle.
Keys
That
to
might
the
be
City.
my first Nipsey Hussle. The first Nipsey
Keys to the
Hussle.
City, my favorite Nipsey song.
Hustle in a house. Throw it all the way back. That was my shit. Straight off of Slauson. The crazy motherfucking name Nipsey. I'm turned up because I grew up in the
It's crazy
60s.
'cause I got some homies on my
Damn,
team who
son.
like,
It's
Niggas
really
is Crips.
sad, man.
Yeah.
It's
and them
really,
niggas love Nipsey.
I just want the killing to stop, bro. I say this
son.
every time I hear something. I want the killing to stop. I don't understand why. I don't know why somebody felt like they would have had to take your life, but you're gonna be missed.
Damn, son.
Like
Definitely.
a motherfucker, man. And one time for Nip, man.
One time for the one time.
I
For
don't know what
real.
to say.
On that note, we got to wrap on
Yeah,
that note.
tears coming.
Chill out, son.
Chill out.
Chill out, son. All right, but look, we're gonna wrap on that note. Joe's is the most cool. Corey J, DJ, what you say? I'm definitely gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, me too. That was fucked up. I don't know why I did that shit. I'm like,
Shout out
really,
to y'all.
cut the shit off, man. Fuck.
Appreciate you coming through, dog.
Appreciate it.
Definitely like the football stories. I know we're gonna get a lot of feedback from this one. I know when we had Ice him up talk about his football journey, a lot of people was fucking with it. So this is successfully our longest podcast episode. So that's a new record.
Might be definitely episode 60.
What?
We had an hour 23 right now. We going after Joe Budden. Them 3-hour ass episodes.
Man, that nigga be doing 2 hours. I'll be having to like take a break. I watch this shit before I go to sleep, and I wake up the
can do
next
that.
day.
Change,
It's like,
bro.
what's the last shit I remember before I went to sleep? This nigga was talking about.
It'd be the sleepers. I don't ever listen to the sleepers. It's like a whole
Nah,
30 minutes.
They bullshit for like an hour and 20
Right.
before they even get into talking about.
But that'd
what
be
they-
like the
real.
best part, really,
Yeah,
because it's
for
just
real.
say some funny shit.
All right. Well, Stony Shark, you got anything to say? Say your goodbyes.
He blowing this smoke.
Nah,
I
man.
ain't
I
worried
don't
about us.
know, man.
Stony Shark's emotional.
R.I.P. Nip. Yeah.
Sean
RIP
says
Nip.
Sean says something stupid.
I was gonna say RP Nipsey, but then that
Say it again.
nigga no, that because he said say something stupid. That's not stupid.
No, you know that's your thing.
But RP Nip, man, straight up.
All right, man. On that note, we out.